low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. We going straight to the moon. Buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. We going straight to the moon. I made 1,000%. Cut the reverse of the deal.
What's going on? It's your boy FICO Jordan here with the gang for another weekly watch list call. We're going to be switching some things up this week and from this day forward. Now, you know how we get down. This broadcast is brought to you and powered by Alpha Pack Academy. And you know we got to do the call. Pack. Where my dogs at?
What's happening?
What's going on, Fight?
What's happening?
What's going on to everybody?
What's going on, bros? How y'all doing? this morning?
Blessed and highly favored.
Sir. Ready for it.
How we doing?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so look, they didn't know we were going to be springing this on them, but like I told them, from this day forward, the watch list call will be live on Saturday mornings. We want to give them a little heads up and a little bit more time to go over and study these fire plays and a lot of things that's happening. So you already know how we get down. Before we jump into the watch list, I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about some important things that happened into the market this week to kind of get your thoughts and opinions on exactly what is going on right now with Facebook. So Facebook changed its name to Meta. We've known for some time now that they were looking to focus on cryptocurrency and having their own coin. We did find out within the past 2 weeks that they got a cease and desist letter straight from the federal government that basically wanted them to stop moving forward with this process. And so, you know, we gave our opinion at the time why they wouldn't want Facebook, who basically has connectivity to more people in the globe than any public entity out. So if they were going to be exposing the rest of the world to the importance of cryptocurrency, I would understand why our government, who has tried to deter individuals from trusting cryptocurrency, meanwhile banks that, you know, are insured federally are trying to work on their own cryptocurrencies. You see where they're trying to hit you with the hoodwink. But man, for them, you know, with their issues that they have going on with the government right now, trying to, you know, pivot towards the metaverse. I want your thoughts and opinions on, you know, what do you think how do you think this is going to affect Facebook going forward? And how do you think this is going to affect the global awareness of crypto? We all know how important it is. We're all investing into it. But I want your opinion on how you think and how you feel this is going to affect things going forward.
For sure. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Legacy. I want to get your thoughts on this.
Certainly. It's exciting. It's very exciting, especially as a crypto investor, crypto NFT investor. It's I think they're the most capable company out there. Not only because essentially that's what metaverse is going to be, a social media. I do want to caution us though, because I do feel like Facebook could possibly, because there's certain various metaverses already out there built, but the only difference right now, like technology hasn't got to a point where we are all immersed in it, and I think Facebook is going to be the first there. We know that they own the Oculus, and like once you actually make it easy for somebody to put some glasses on and feel like they're in a whole nother world, that's really where the power is going to come in the metaverse. So I think they're the most capable and the quickest to do that. But what I did want to be cautious of is that, you know, you go on Facebook now, you can't even say certain things about COVID, can't say certain things about anything. The metaverse and what all cryptocurrency, what it stands for is freedom, being able to be anonymous. And again, there's other metaverses that are currently have it the right way to where you can go set up the shop, create your mansion, and have that privacy and the freedom to kind of do and say what you want inside of the metaverse. I'm just worried about Facebook kind of being that, kind of trying to control the metaverse too much and be the biggest and the only player in it, which it shouldn't be the case at all. It should be a free market. I should be able to start in my own little small metaverse. You should be able to start one, and so I'm just hoping that they don't try to monopolize it and come with their own what they think is right and wrong with it. But I love it though overall for sure.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Right.
What about you, boss gang?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think they're definitely going. Yeah, they're definitely going to try to monopolize it, but that's just any business. So the best ones will survive. The good thing about it is because the crypto community, as we know it, they have a certain understanding of the things that you just mentioned, the decentralized aspect and the people being in
Yep.
control. So with all
Yep.
these good crypto projects, the projects have no choice but to listen to the people. When the people
They
speak,
gotta respect it.
they have to
Yep.
listen. But it is definitely going to get people interest. It's definitely going to get more people's eyes on things like NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and things that
Yes.
you
Yes.
actually have to be familiar uh, with crypto to actually execute for sure.
Yo,
Agreed.
I think Facebook is getting ahead of everything. And they're trying to make themselves, the main stay, and they gonna jump in front of everything. And the way that we're going to be able to assess the value as far as stocks is we gonna see the people that come after them and what is different compared to what they're doing to what Facebook is doing. I think we're just gonna compare everything to Facebook now, and we're gonna see who is really driving the like this market the best, because we already got a big dog now. Now these little dogs can say, "Hey, this is what I can do that's different. This is what I can do that's better," and that's how you can figure out the value.
Nice. Good point. Good point.
That make a lot of sense. Wall Street. Why you think Facebook is trying to hoodwink us, or they got our best interests at heart, trying to push things forward, trying to move the needle?
Um, I mean, I definitely feel like they got the outreach to touch a lot of people, so it's gonna wake a lot of people up as far as letting them know what's going on, as far as crypto and the metaverse and all that. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, we already know that the government likes to pick on these social media companies, especially when they feel like they can make an influence on something that's heavily affects the masses, such
Mm-hmm.
as the metaverse and the
Mm-hmm.
crypto. So yeah, we just gotta wait and see because it's definitely gonna be some pushback from the government. They don't want crypto and all that to be available to the general public because it takes away the value of the dollar, and that's what they all about. So hey, we'll see what
Right,
happens.
right. Yeah, Mr. Resume. You know what I'm saying? You being in the small business field, and helping businesses get developed and so forth. Um, they're trying to push things forward to the future. We know where marketplaces and things like that are headed, especially in terms of NFTs. You're getting seeing a little bit more freedom could potentially the metaverse, in a sense, especially with crypto being at the heart and soul of it, that could be beneficial to small businesses and businesses, especially if they look to adopt to moving towards that direction. But how do you feel about how things are headed right now and what Facebook is doing?
I mean, for me, I'm not like the biggest fan of Facebook personally, anyway. Like,
Right,
'cause I know where they come from, the origination. Like,
right,
I don't see all the like stuff everybody's on timelines and stuff. So for me, like, Facebook's a data collection piece for the government. So from that standpoint alone, I personally have some reservations about Facebook being like the source or the hub for any of this metaverse stuff. Now, to like the flip of the coin, all the people they have the user base. So if you want to be in that world, you're gonna have to play ball in that metaverse. Seem like now this whole thing about the government cease and desist letter, I don't. It's a game, bro. They playing us. So like
yeah,
government's in on it. They sat down, had a meeting, talked about it. This is how they gonna game this out.
right,
We gonna play you as the bad guy. We're gonna be the good guy. And no, like it's all they all in on it together. Um, Zuckerberg now, what it is the Apple folks, them basically having to disclose all like their advertising algorithm is what's really happening to Facebook. Is
right,
ever since their algorithm got exposed and how they track people, their bottom line has went down. So they ain't making as much money now because the algorithms aren't as effective as anymore. So nobody's spending the same amount of money. So by in turn, the owner's money is getting down. So now he's just trying to find a new jug. That's all. And the metaverse is the new jug. And so like, just, it ain't nothing special. They just trying to find a new way to take our money.
Hey, that's an interesting thought to have with that. I kind of like, the new jug. So I know I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes open. I know money's gonna be made regardless.
Yeah,
I'm in that process, which is why obviously we so heavy on crypto. But why we're here. Look, we come to educate our group. We decided to bring this publicly to really bring information that was necessary to people who are trying to get into the market. But you know how we get down. We some traders over here. We love to hunt. We love to find the best setups and the plays. And we like to show people where the money resides. So y'all know how we get down. Let's go ahead and go through these sectors and get it cracking. So we will go ahead and break it down. So last week had a crazy finish to things. And look, I couldn't be happier, especially just getting into playing futures. That end yesterday that NASDAQ gave was bonkers. So the amount of chicken that was able to be made and put into the port from that run up from NASI, hey, I appreciate it. So being able to take advantage of that, we knew where the bottom came in when we had bottom of the broadening formation on ES. So let's kind of see where things are headed going into the first month of November. I'll go over the sectors and then we'll bring Boss Gang up who will give you the historical data and sentiment based upon the trading almanac to kind of show you the way things have went and maybe where we will be headed going into this week. So right now, looking at things, we know that XLB had some decent movement, kind of getting the week started. Looked like it was going to really break out of this chop. It's sitting on a volume profile right now, but it's currently green, inside green on the quarter. It did finish 2 up on the month, so it is green there. We did have a shooter day, so it's looking to go 1 2 2, and the 4 hour is looking. Oh, my apologies, man. We got to switch that up. We don't have the week present. I'm like, man, the week didn't go green. There we go. I'm like, we not care about the 4 hour right now. So we have a red week and a red day. We're looking at XLC. So we are red on the quarter currently, red on the month. I'm sitting there. It did take out July's low. So I'm wanting to see if we're going to continue to take that move down to go ahead and get June's low. Or are we going to reverse back the other direction? It was green on the week and inside up on the day. Currently XLE looks like it has hit the top of its magnitude. Well, not the magnitude, but the broadening formation that we had for XLE, trying to make this next leg up. Is green on the quarter, green on the month, red on the week after hitting the top of that broadening formation, and red on the day. So we could get a 2-2 reversal on the week. Potentially, we'll have to see where continuity flows for it. XLF currently at the top of its broadening formation that we have drawn here, and it is green on the quarter, green on the month, red week, and it's 2 up, but also red week, red day. XLI green quarter, my apologies here, I think I had this drawn down much smaller time frame, but green quarter, a green went outside month for XLI, finished flat on the week, just on the top of that volume profile, and a green day after a 2-1-2 reversal. So we'll have to see if we can get continuation back into the upside. That will flip the week green and put us back in the full time frame continuity. XLK, boy, just not much to be said here. That had a crazy week. It's had a crazy 4 weeks, to be honest, on it. We went 3 on the quarter, outside quarter, double outside month, And so we obviously see the aggression that's coming there just from that alone. Went 2 up on the week, and it went outside day after the gap down. So does the money reside in XLK? I mean, that's the way it's looking. XLP, we're at a green quarter, green month, looking for a 2-2 reversal on the month. To take us potentially back up to 73.25, and we have green week, green day. Real estate, green quarter, did a 3-2, so set up a 3-2-2 on the month. Green week and a red day, moving flat, had back-to-back outside days, so volatility starting to expand right there. XLU, we do have some leaps on XLU right now, setting up a shy on the month. We have a green inside month, a red week, and a red day. XLV pushing up, looking to go outside quarter. Had this on a smaller time frame, so outside quarter potential to get the 137.04 after it came and took out, what are we looking at, July's low. So we're looking for a 3-2-2 on the month. It's big green week and big green day. XLV did go off. I know we got into Pfizer on Friday. XLY, wow. The quarter, crazy green. Month, crazy green. The week, just, I mean, come on. And we went outside day. Does the money reside in XLY? I mean, that's the way it's looking. So far, that's the way the sectors are looking. We're going to have Boss Gang VIP come and give you some information regarding historical sentiment on the market going into the first week of November.
How's it going? I'm happy to be with you guys. I'm excited about this upcoming week. The first trading day in November has been historically bullish for the Dow. We've been up 8 of the last 11 trading sessions, so I'm definitely bullish there. I like that kind of information historically. Tuesday, we have elections, so you're going to have local elections, national elections, all different sorts. You guys may have gotten that material in the mail, so we'll see how that plays into the market sentiment. FOMC meetings this week. We got it for 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see how that plays in the market. And just a little heads up, just some data going forward, just to give you some insight historically into how things look. November begins Dow and S&P's best 6-month runs, and the NASDAQ also starts its best 8 months. So I'm definitely bullish going into this week. I know last week, President Biden got up and spoke. He talked about the infrastructure bill and where this money was going, clean energy infrastructure. So we should definitely keep our eyes on those. And as we get into a lot of these chart setups, we'll see a lot of those bullish setups. Last week was great for those, among other things. So that's what I am most excited about going forward. We know how institutions like to get ahead. In Alpha Pack, we've definitely had our members ahead. So, we've been on this for a long time. So I'm definitely looking forward to a bullish week.
That is great to know, especially with Election Day coming up, that this week, historically, 8 out of the last 11 weeks has been bullish. That's information is definitely necessary going into this week, especially with preparing. Market day ended yesterday. We were back to charting last night, trying to find setups, wanting to know where the money resides. Right now, we're going to jump straight into the charts. Investing for legacy. You are up, my guy.
Pack family. Very excited for this week. We're gonna kill it like we always do. I'm gonna start my list off with Laser, LAZR. The main thing I'm looking for this starting a new month. I am loving the 122 rev possibility that I'm seeing on the month. That's a beautiful PMG on the month that we can see on FIFO's up the left screen. But we know with those PMGs on the monthly, we usually need a little bit more time. So I'll be looking for that reversal to the upside. Think that'd be a fire call for the Pack family laser, especially thanks to Cam G. Brother has fed the Pack many times. It's a great stock. Premiums move well. Next stock on my list is Jamia. Jamia. Just check my resume. Has been on top of this thing lately. I'm throwing it out there. Main thing I'm looking for them is the double inside month, break of that double inside month that I'm seeing. This stock, it has earnings coming up. This was stock was all the craze back when when about 8 months and 10 months ago, or something like around the lines. Around when Neo was popping, this was one of another other popular stocks for us retail investors. It was all the hype about being the Amazon of Africa. I think they just punished retail traders a bit with this company. I think it's still very much so worth being bullish on. So just waiting for that reversal to the upside. Definitely be worth paying a pack for sure. Next stock on my list is QCOM. QCOM. What I'm seeing here on QCOM, I'm seeing a nice hammer on the month, beautiful hammer on the month. It's at the bottom of a weekly broad information that I have drawn on the weekly. I'm sure FICO will see that in 2 seconds if he looks on the weekly chart. I'm also seeing a nice 212 setup on the day. And it's breaking the day and the week levels at the same time. I'm liking that to the upside. Just liking what I'm seeing for sure. Loving what I'm seeing on QCOM. I did not have a chance to chart the other semis, which I would be able to before the new week, but I definitely want to see, I know NVIDIA and AMD has pretty much been showing out for the whole pack, for the whole group sector, the subsector. So only right that QCOM get some of that love soon too. We know Mr. Check My Resume has kept us well aware that a lot of this new money coming from the government will be going to chip makers. So loving what I see on QCOM. Let me not hold you guys too long. Get my last few out the way. Airbnb, I'm liking what I'm seeing on them as well as a new investment that has been paying my family for the last half a month since the middle of October. Loving Airbnb, the whole business aspect. I only see it growing, very seamless on both ends. I've been a consumer. I'm also I wouldn't say a customer. I'm also a user of the business as far as it's paying us. I am seeing a 2-1 setting up on the month, week, and the day. On all 3 time frames as inside days. So it also has earnings on early in November on the first week on the 4th. Seeing a hammer as well on that 4 hour, the FICO as well. But all those insides on all those different time frames, I caught my eye for sure. Be watching Airbnb for us, Pack fam. Next, I am liking Tattooed Chef, TTCF. I'm seeing a nice 2-1 on the week, setting up on the week, and it's at a point of control on the day and the month level. Seeing this thing ready, setting up for a nice takeoff. So I found some beautiful contracts that are expiring on the 19th, 11/19. Sorry, YouTube family, you guys have to be in a pack to get that much information. But definitely we'll be announcing that in the Discord when it's time, if this thing goes the direction that I see it possibly going. Next, the next 3 stocks, I'm gonna just mention them briefly because they're all I see the same thing in all 3 of them: Snow, Cat, and Pfizer. All 3 of those will be breaking the monthly, daily, and weekly levels at the same time. I'm loving that. The pack loves that type of bullish setup, that multi-level break. Cat is my favorite out of the 3 right now that I mentioned, but those 3 are looking beautiful for those multi-level breaks. Again, infrastructure play. Cat has some plenty of magnitude to the upside to take out right now as well. They mentioned Boss Game mentioned the Dow. It's one of the big boys in the Dow, and HD has been having all the shine in the Dow, so it's only right that that Cat has his time soon. And that's my list, Pack fam. Pfizer, I'm sure one of the other brothers will go into more details with them soon. But yes, let's eat this. Let's get this chicken like how we always do, Pack.
Boss Game VIP, what you got for us this week? Boss Gang, your microphone is muted, sir.
I am going to be looking
Your mic.
muted. Let me see. Okay, cool. So this week I'm going to keep it simple. Biden spoke about clean energy, so I'm going to be looking toward clean energy. One of the ETFs I like to look at to get some clean energy setups from is ICLN, the clean energy ETF. So you have some options here. You can actually play the sector, or you can actually play different plays within it, or within the ETF. Sorry. So ICLN, here we go with the levels. I'm looking at $25.32. That is on ICLN. The next ticker I am going to be looking at is ticker symbol BE. BE is Bloom Energy. I'm looking at Bloom Energy levels over $31.32. Next ticker symbol I'm going to be looking at is SunPower, SPWR. Have levels on SunPower at $34.24. I'm loving these setups. Whether you want to get shares, options, or even go long on some leaps, these setups should be really nice. The next one, fuel cell. Gotta keep fuel cell on the list right now. Looking at levels above $8.06 on fuel cell. Definitely got to keep fuel cell on the list. The last, I can forget this B ticker symbol BLDP. BLDP. Type this one in. BLDP. I am looking at levels. That's Ballard, looking at levels over $18.16 on Ballard. $18.16 on Ballard. And the last symbol that I have, the last ticker is ARRY. ARRY. And I have levels set at $21.40. So that's all I got this week. I'm excited about it. We're looking pretty good.
Mr. Wealthy Soon, what you got for the pack to eat on this week?
Yo, what's good, family? I got a pretty short list this week. My boy Invested for Legacy, he already mentioned Pfizer. That was on my week last week, so I still got that one on my week. I love the hammer on the week, so definitely see some chicken there. The next one that I'm looking at is going to be Facebook, but I'm looking at Facebook for the long haul. I know it's on this week's watch list, but I'm thinking about getting a leap on Facebook just because of the whole new change to Meta and changing to MVRS on December 1st. It's currently at the bottom of a Broadner formation on the week, and on the day, it has a lot of upside. I see a gap that it has to fill as well. So just trying to position myself to potentially catch some run up for this whole change to metaverse. Another one that's on my list this week, I got BMY, Bristol Myers Squibb. This one has crazy magnitude. The Broadner formation on this thing is crazy. We have a green weak hammer, which is super fire. So it'll be a 2-2 rev from the bottom of a Broadner formation. there is a little bit of time frame continuity issues as far as the macros are concerned. But if we get this rev, then we'll be able to turn those green like the month. So I do like BNY. Next one on my list, I have Trimble, TRMB. I love the weekly setup we have here as well. Bottom of the Broadening formation was on October 11th. Right now, we are doing our first, little pullback from the rev. We have a 2-1 inside week. I'll take that 2-1-2 rev. Tons of magnitude, easy. Where this thing going, it can easily hit 100. So I like TRMB in the long haul. One thing that I'm also looking at is going to be VZ Verizon. And that's just kind of knowing the infrastructure bill a little bit, having that cognizant that there will be some money put into Broadcom. So I just want to at least have Verizon on my list. Again, there's some macro time frame continuity issues with this one, but on the week it did hit off the bottom of the broadening formation, gave a nice inside candle, and it has a clear level where it's been rejecting from. So I really want to see this thing over $54. But I'm at least gonna keep my eyes on it. And one of the last ones for my week, I got BLNK Blink. This is also going to be a longer play. The reason is because this is like a monthly setup. Bottom of the broadening formation hit. It got a hammer on the month. So yeah, we're looking to take out some big boy levels with this Blink one. So you definitely got to go long. It'll be a 3-2 on the week. I'm definitely loving what I'm seeing here in Blink, and then just knowing what is going on in electric vehicle market. This would also be a part of that. And the last one is going to be DG. DG is my last one for the week. I like this one because there is a clear chop that it needs to break. If you look at it on the day, like somebody might say, oh, it's a cup and handle or something like that. I don't know. I don't really use TA, but in regards to the way I trade, I like to take anything that's getting out of a break. And so this one, once we get over like 222.80, we'll be breaking this. And then we have a gap from 228.26 back to 232. Magnitude is like 240 on this one. So we already have made a lot of chicken in the pack on DG, well over 100%. But I think that this would be a nice time for me to add or to get some new contracts. And that is what I'm looking at for this week. We definitely gonna make some chicken as always. Shout out to my Alpha Pack family.
And that was your boy Wealthy Soon, Wall Street Road. Juice Man, what you got for us this week, bro?
Okay. What's happening? So, first up on this list that I'm looking at, I got Airbnb. We got a daily 64-hour squeeze, inside week and day with the hammer on the day. I like the way that thing hammered out for the day. So that was a strong signal for buyers stepping in. We got a 212 on the day above 171.39. And we got a 212 an inside week break above 172.65. So looking to take advantage of that. Next on the list, we got QCOM. Bro already did some analysis on that, so I'm gonna make it short. Monthly hammer, 2-2 rev on the month above 133.83. We'll send it 2 up on the month and the week. Early entry on the 4-hour with the confirmed 212 above 133.15. Next on my list, I got Blink. My other bro already did some analysis on that. I'm gonna just say what I see. PMG on the month, 2-2 rev on the month, and 2 up on the all times frames at 31.85. Next on my list, we got Crocs. Y'all know I'll be back to back with these Crocs, man. So it's nothing new. We got a 2-2 rev on the month above 161.75, and that's gonna send it 2 up on all time frames as well. So I'm liking what I see in that. Next we looking at plug. I got a weekly squeeze breakout that's forming on that. We two up on the month at 38.49. And if you look on the week, you can see that we kind of getting out of a weekly chop. So once we break above that, we got some good room to the upside. And last but not least, I got one of the meme stocks that went crazy back a few months ago. That's AMC. Um, if you look at AMC, we got a 322 potentially uh, on the week above 37.85. Um, so I'm looking for that to break above that 37.85. If we reach target on that 322 reversal, that's gonna send us two up on the month. We squeezing on the 60, and we got an early entry on a 4 hour with a confirmed 312 above 35.57. So yeah, we gonna see what that do. So that's what I'm looking at. That's the business.
So we got some heat. Been bringing heat for about 16 weeks straight. Going into week 17 to keep this streak alive. Mr. Friday himself. Mr. Check My Resume. What you got for us, broski?
Yo, what's good with it, FICO? Thank you. I'm gonna keep it relatively short. TOS is having maintenance, so I can't get to all my notes. But first thing on my list will be Mara. I like the setup on Mara. It's got an inside week there. Um, so for Mara, we got a 212. Let me give you the level here. On the week above 55.29. Also, you've got a daily reversal and potential 4 hour entries. On the day, you got entry above 52.75. And if you want to take a super early entry, you got a 4 hour 312 above 52.40. So Mara definitely looks solid. We'll see if it gets continuation next week. Next one I have is Fubo. On Fubo again, we do have we're at the top of a broadening formation. It did touch it on Friday, rejected, but it's on the way to retest it. So we got a 212 on the week. Our level there is above 30.53. And then also on the 4 hour, if you want to take an early entry, you got a 312 on the 4 hour above $30 flat. So Fubo actually could be one that can run if it gets out of this chop area. Um, I'd say like in the 30, 50, $31 range. Once it clears that area, it's got a little bit more space to run. So like to set up there for Fubo. Next one I have is Procter and Gamble, PG. And Procter and Gamble had a very strong inside week this week. This one was also on my list for last week. So this one made it again this week. It did not trigger the entry for last week. So now we're just looking at an inside week. We got the 312 on the 4 hour. If you want an early entry above 143.36, then also on the week, you've got a 212 above 143.68. So you see like the closeness in price there. And then on the month, because we'll be going into a new month on Monday, so you'll get new month candles. You got a 322 on the month above 144.87. So Procter and Gamble, that's one that's solid in the XLP sector. So definitely like to set up on that one. It is a slower mover in comparison to, well, just everything XLPs, moves slower in that regard. The next one on my list, shout out to that boy, Mr. Monopoly, but I was looking at EA for next week. We had an inside week last week, but looking at video game makers on EA, but definitely looking at the inside week, it's above 144.11. I'm not really looking for those early entries quite yet. I mean, if we get a daily flip, which is a 2-2 rev on the day above 140.84, I'll think about it. But looking at more of a long entry on EA for that one. So next one, and the bros have already talked about this one. That's Airbnb. Definitely like to set up on Airbnb. We got 4 hour and daily triggers. You get on the 4 hours, you get a 2-2 rev above 170.76. And then on the day, we get a 2-1-2 on the day above 171.39. Those are your early entries. And then on the week, you've got an inside week and you get a 2-1-2 back to the upside above 172.65. Again, there's a lot of selling pressure above its head there. So, it could take a little bit to break through that. And then on the month, we had an inside month. So now we're looking at a 2-1-2 on the month above 176.75. So Airbnb, once it clears out its chop area, I think it'll be solid. Next one on my list is Beyond Meats. This one here has an inside week, and I'm looking for Beyond to break that inside week above 101.52. And definitely like to set up there. And if we do get the break on Beyond, my expectation is that we'll rev on the month at 109.95, which will give us a 2-2 rev on the month on Beyond. Moving on quickly, here is the next one is Shopify, SHOP. Really like the hammer on the week, 2-down hammer on the week on Shopify. This one is not for the week, so small account people stay away from this one. But we got a Chicago set up on the day, 3-1-2 above 1488.17 on Shop. And I mentioned the 2-down hammer. And the weekly entry there is above 1504.71. And then if you look at the month, you get a 3-2-2 potentially back to the upside above 1506.72. So those trigger levels are relatively close to each other. So this one can go. Just be aware of your port size. I'm trying to play this. Next one I like, shout out to Boss Game VIP, is Fuel Cell. Fuel Cell is giving me a setup that I like. A couple different ones, but the main one is this 2-down hammer on the week. I'm looking for a flip above $8.06, which will give us a 2-2 rev to the upside. In addition to that, on the 4 hour, you've got a potential 2-1-2 above $8 even on Fuel Cell. Definitely like the thought there. That ties in and is adjacent to the EV and infrastructure, information that's out. So that was just one that it's going to do well. Next one I saw that could possibly look good this week would be cruise lines. They've gotten beaten up over the last few weeks. This along with airlines. So it looks like this is the week that they want to try to reverse. So we'll monitor it, but I have level of 2247 on Carnival Cruise Line. And that's really the only entry I'll look for. But there is a 4-hour entry for Monday above 2218. I probably will not take that entry, but it is there for those who play this stock. Next one is GameStop GME. Looks like the mean stocks, because AMC was on the list too. I didn't put it on mine, but AMC looks to be one as well. But here on GME, you've got a couple different triggers. First one is the 4 hour. You got a 3-1-2 Chicago setup above 184.47. If you go down to the week, you got a 3-2-2 above 185.75. And then on the month, if we go above 192.18, that will give you a 2-2 rev on the month. So GME looks solid. And just wanted to make mention of those. Then my last one, well, I got two more. My last one, or next to last one, is X. Actually, on X, I'm looking at the monthly flip because, as we talked about a few weeks ago, we alerted the 2-2 rev on the week. So we talked about if you missed that one, it was out of there. but it is giving you an entry on the month. You get a monthly entry, and this is probably your last stop. So you get a 2-2 rev above $27 flat on X, and we're looking at a magnitude of around $31 easily. So just keep your eye on X. That is essentially the last stop for that train. That thing's going. Next one, ain't much to say about X. It's infrastructure. It's in the infrastructure bill. Next one is Chewy. This is another month flip for me. As you can see, if you look at the month, there's a 2 down hammer, very strong hammer on Chewy. And looking for this one to flip on the month. Once it does that, I'm looking at range from about $79 all the way to about $110 in terms of range on Chewy. So once it gets above this like $77 area, Chewy could go crazy. So that's pretty much all I have for the week. I'll definitely publish the full on list a little bit later on. But that's it for me. Thank you all. Back to you, FICO.
Yo, so we absolutely got some heat for the week, and we wanted to make sure that you got access to this earlier. This is how you will receive the broadcast from now on, and the many different productions that we have in the tuck that is getting ready to come out to you, whether it be education, stories, and talks concerning crypto and NFTs and that entire sector that Boss Gang VIP and Investing for Legacy are going to be bringing to you. I don't know many people that are better than them at giving you the information, not just educating you on what specifically that you want to be looking at and investing in, but just how that is going to be able to translate and work things in regarding the metaverse. So before we get up out of here, I know that we did have a comment that I wanted to kind of bring about. Orly Boy Bradley says, is it better to go deep in the money on weeklies or at the money? This comment came from YouTube. Just to give a little education, Boss Gang VIP, you had an answer for Orly Boy. Now, you guys' mics are muted. I just want y'all to know that you don't have to mute them whenever you come off.
So I'm going to keep things simple with this one. Deep in the money contracts are safer than at the money contracts, but typically they will produce less return. So every trade you take should be based on your risk profile.
That's what's up. So, hey, we have been hitting like crazy over the last 16 weeks. Last 16 weeks, the group we've brought at least one 1,000+% winner. I know the week before last there were 3. We are on a run. And not just the fact that it's beneficial to the pack and what they learn within the group and our core philosophy, the strat. Shout out to Rob Smith, Robin the Black Man. We love you. We are growing exponentially because the members are digging in, and we see it every day. We have shout out to Effective King. His port is up it was just over 10,000% in a matter of 2 weeks. And this is not from plays that, everyone is playing or blowouts like on Lucid. Like they're finding their own setups. We are able to replicate this discipline, this strategy throughout the group. We're going to be educating more on this publicly through these streams on many different channels and platforms. Before we get out of here, you guys got anything to say before we go enjoy our weekend?
Hey man, another week coming up.
Get your work in, have some fun.
More opportunities coming, more chicken to be made, man.
Hey, run with the pack. That's all I got to say.
Hey man, you see what's going on right here, man. You see what's going on right here, man.
This is gonna be the best week ever. This will be the
It's
best
only
week of the
getting
year
better.
right
Two
here.
up every day, two up every week.
So,
Um,
so we can
as
check this. We can check this next week. We can check this next. Come back and refer to this next week.
Now, we will be back here live for the crypto call on Wednesday, November 3rd. What time is that held?
It's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
So 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And you can find it right here on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Facebook. Make sure you follow us on those platforms. I know on Twitter it's Alpha Pack Trades, Alpha Pack Trading Group on YouTube. Make sure that you click to subscribe so you don't miss any of the updates whenever we go live. We got a lot of stuff coming forward. We got a lot of merch coming out. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Alpha Pack Trading. And as for this week, I'm your boy FICO Jordan. I was blessed to be here before you, but this is the end of the weekly watch list call. We will see you next week. Peace.
Hey.
We going straight to the moon. I made 1,000%. The reverse of the deal. Okay.